Guys, gals, gays, and theys, we're back again with Camry here on the Hangout Quest podcast.
I'm Camry.
Camry's back. Yep. A big event has happened in our world. Clorinde's story quest came out, and we've done that, and we're here to talk about it because that is that is the most important thing for now.
It is fully the most important thing for now. It was so fun.
Yeah, I'm glad we got the D&D thing. It was all in Fontaine. I don't know why I was delusionally thinking that it might bleed over into Mondstadt or something, but I was just thinking about the new game mode, I think, which hasn't actually come out yet. But.
The imaginary story took place. They used Mondstadt as the set, so the footage that you saw in the trailer really was of them running around Mondstadt. It just was in their imagination, I guess.
Right, yeah. You're right. I guess we did go to we went to Mondstadt in the D&D game. So, yeah, that's funny. Yeah. I heckin' loved the D&D game. I loved Clorinde. So, Clorinde's voice actor being Clorinde voice acting characters for a D&D campaign was hilarious and amazing. I love that. I love the little art portraits that we got for all the characters. Bard Farina was fantastic. Cook Glumine.
And Merchant Navia also.
Merchant Navia. And Lenny was like a rogue. Or a ranger. I don't even know. I don't know what that was about.
Lenny was something.
But I loved it. I didn't like how they were all just named their names. I totally thought we were gonna get they were gonna pick names for their characters, which would have given us something to rally around. But
I hear you. As a person who usually uses my own name in RPGs and has a hard time picking a different name for the one time I played D&D, I got it. I understood.
That's fair. It's just weird. It's weird that they pointed it out. Like they pointed it out, and then Farina was the only one that was gonna They spoke about game difficulty before that, and then Farina opted out of things being difficult. So she was the one playing on easy mode or whatever. And then they all talked about their names, and those three picked their names, and then Farina was last, and we never actually addressed it, and then Farina just ended up being Farina. And I thought that Farina was going to be the only one on easy mode and the only one who picked a a fantasy name. But that's beside the point.
It would have been funny if she picked a fantasy name after that long discussion where she wanted to choose her own name.
Yeah, that would have been cool. I like that Farina never picked up on that horrible things were actually happening. She thought Clorinde was just doing it all. Clorinde was doing it all, but she thought all the fighting and stuff was fake. Up until the end.
She was the only one.
End, I guess. Yeah. Lenny figured it out and then played along with Farina.
But she was also she was the only first timer, so it makes sense that she didn't know what to expect. I guess we were first timers too, but it was explained to us. Paimon didn't get it either.
Right. Yeah. She's a pure heart, dude. She was there for the theatrical experience. She didn't know.
She really didn't know. Clorinde just told her that they were doing a theatrical experience. She didn't even fully tell her they were doing D&D.
Yeah, Farina was just gaslit. That's what this was. She was lied to.
But charmingly, she was lied to so she could make new friends. We're okay with it in this case, or I am.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the most innocent gaslighting that has happened to Farina. Amongst a sea of horrible, awful lies that have been told to her. But yeah, I liked that she got to make some new friends or whatever. I like that Clorinde visits Farina first thing in the morning to get her to do something. That's good. First thing in the morning is a good time in the morning.
Great time in the morning for anyone to be with Farina.
Mm-hmm,
anyone but Aether. I just gotta.
Right. We do have to.
The internet has paired them up, and I don't like it. I don't stand for it.
I also don't stand for it. I don't know, man. I was hoping that Clorinde would come in and be good ship bait for Farina, but it's just not. Or, you know, it would be a good shipping opportunity for Farina, but I don't really. I don't know if that's really gonna happen. Before we get on to Clorinde's real ship, I want to. So, the D&D game was wonderful. My criticism of the quest would be that I still do not really care about the hunters, the Marsoche hunters. They're just not my thing. I don't really care about that guy that Clorinde helped and fought, and, you know, like, the point of the conflict was not interesting to me. I'm glad all my favorite characters were there, but I just didn't really, I didn't really feel anything for that hunter guy. Did you like him?
No. I mean, I agree with you on that point. I think he was an unnecessary piece of the puzzle. We could have been exploring the hunter's history because that's sort of Clorinde's origin also, but I don't think we needed this guy to help us do that in any way.
Right. Yeah. I liked. It's like I don't. It's not that I guess it is that I don't care about Clorinde's like hunter aspect. You know, I was much more excited about hearing about Clorinde like liking the game with Navia and Lenny. You know, them just talking about how they like this hobby game or whatever. Was it's just more interesting, I guess. But
I would agree with that. I feel like they sort of did it as a way to bring attention to Clorinde's backstory and the fact that Fontaine is the region of bad parents, abusive and neglecting parents.
Oh yeah, true.
That we have seen between Chevreuse and Clorinde thus far, and then, you know, all the orphans and father and, you know, Navia's
Which
story
you
quest.
still haven't gotten to Arlecchino's quest, have you?
I haven't done Arlecchino's story quest, but Navia's story quest a little bit too is like tearing down her what appears in the Archon quest is just like abiding love and respect for her father. It kind of deconstructs that a little bit. She recognizes that he's a flawed man, and that he and her mother both made mistakes in their time or whatever.
Yeah.
Although hers, of all the Fontaine characters, hers is the most healthy parent-child relationship, maybe.
Yeah, her dad kind of made a couple mistakes in life, and her mom wasn't as perfect as everyone makes her out to be. Chevy's dad threw her in the river and told her to swim or die. Like, you know, there's been some, you know, other characters got it a little bit escalated, I think. We love Fontaine parents.
We hate
great.
Fontaine parents.
They're so bad, dude. None of that. I don't understand.
I mean,
I guess
Genshin Parents don't have a great track record in general, but in Fontaine, it's really bad.
It's true. That's true. Are there any parents that are good? Like not. So like Sino and Tainari like excluded, like found family excluded. You know,
right?
Like,
I was
there
gonna
any
say
just,
Nikita is a good mom, but
yeah. I think that
is a good dad. Hu Tao speaks really fondly of her family.
That's true. Well, yeah. Was she raised by her grandpa?
She, I believe, just learned the family business from her grandpa, or her uncle. But
I was gonna say, so like, what are her parents like? Did her parents abandon her, and that's why she was with her grandpa, or what? You know, like,
no,
what's
I
the?
think she was just the chosen heir of the funeral parlor. So she spent like that was her mentor, but I'm pretty certain that she also had her parents in the picture and like supportive.
Oh, okay.
I could
Well,
be
that's good.
like totally lying right now, but that's my
You could be way
understanding of the
off.
character.
You at least don't have a story of them like being bad to Huto.
Yeah, not that I recall.
I'm just trying to think. Like, I guess um what's the I mean, mommy Auntie Yoon.
Auntie Yoon.
Auntie Yoon.
Yeah, that's found family still though. If we're
Is that
excluding
found
found
family?
family, I mean,
I guess it is.
she
Shinha was
adopted
found.
Shinha, but
I
only
don't. I think
because
she probably
Shinha's
adopted
parents tried to feed her to a monster. So I don't know if we can say that Shinha is an example of good parents in Genshin.
Yeah, definitely not. It's definitely found family. What about
Um,
Ganyu? Is she found Ganyu too? I think. I don't think that.
I'm not
I don't
fully up
think.
on Ganyu's story. I don't know.
I don't know either. She's half human. Well, I guess that doesn't exclude. Uh, that doesn't exclude anything, I guess. So I don't know. I know she's old. She's old as shit. She's like she was like part of the Archon War. So I know Ganyu is like super old. But
Yeah.
so is Auntie Yoon. So what's her name?
Razors.
Jin Yan. I want to say Jin Yan, but that's the rocker girl. It's
That's the rocker girl.
yeah, whatever, dude.
Um, I lost my train of thought. Oh, the wolf guy is Razor's dad because Razor is just a feral child. He
I
seems like a good
guess
parent. I don't know.
Razor turned out all right. You know, he's a nice kid. I guess that's true.
Toma
You're
loves
totally
his
right.
parents.
Does he?
Yeah, he got
Okay.
separated from them, and that's why he's
Mm-hmm.
in Inazuma. But they were good parents, and he misses them.
Okay. Okay.
And
I guess that like Ayaka's mom was nice. She just died. So
right,
there's
yeah,
it's like
they had good
yeah.
parents. Ooh, I've got it. Zhangling, the Chef
Mm-hmm.
Mao is her dad. They work together at the restaurant.
Oh, is he her dad? Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's dope. So they like each other a lot. That's good. Finally, a parent who likes their kid.
We cracked it. Now we got to move on.
Yeah, dude. It's crazy how many parents just completely abandon their. I mean, I guess people call it the Disney problem.
Yeah, I
or
feel like
like
it's just a fiction
Disney issue, but
problem.
it's a fiction issue. Like parents are just factually inconvenient in a fantasy story. So it's like or any story really. Like if there's a relationship you have to care about, then that's a shackle. We have to take those away.
Yeah, I mean, for
It's
some of
crazy.
us in real life, that's a shackle, and we have to. Happy
True.
Pride. Sorry.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, we didn't start out with a happy Pride. That sucks.
Well,
But
we got one. We got one in.
we got one. It is. We're here in the middle of Pride, and it's wonderful. And that is why. It's not why, but that's Clorinde Navia is our ship of the week, and we're going to talk about it now, while we're still kind of on in
Ooh.
Clorinde's space.
Yeah, I love an early ship of the week because in Clorinde's story quest there was so much ship bait for me, a Navia Clorinde enjoyer.
Yeah, there was a good amount. They shared a sword, man, and that's something. Yeah, so how do you feel? How do you feel after the story quest? Did you like the interactions between Navia and Clorinde?
I liked when towards the end of the story quest, and I'm certain this chapter will be labeled with spoilers, so I'm not gonna like add a caution here, but at the end of the story quest when Navia like calls on the spirit of Clorinde's teacher because she respects her the most for being Clorinde's teacher. Because she loves Clorinde, which is the subtext, almost not subtext, you know. I really like that part. I don't love the trope of childhood friends in anime always end up being adult lovers in anime.
I was gonna bring that up. I'm glad you brought it up.
It's just a trope that I really dislike. I don't think of any of my childhood friends as viable romantic candidates, and I don't think I ever would. It just feels dissonant to me. And so them going like, oh yeah, they grew up together, they're sort of practically sisters, isn't that romantic? It's not my bag. I don't know.
Right. It kind of just gives ammo to the aunties out there. You know, they're just good friends. They're you know, I don't know, man. It's a shame, but that is it's so prevalent in anime. You're right. Like it's funny because like Westerners, I guess. I don't even know. I don't know if it's really like a cultural thing. I guess it is, where like we think of childhood friends as brothers and sisters, and then like every anime, your best friend from middle school is gonna be your spouse. So it's like a, you know.
I don't know that it's cultural, because in a lot of rom-coms, it's like the girl next door thing. It's your childhood best friend is the person who's meant to be with you. Yeah. A lot of the time.
I guess it's just it's an easy fictional thing that got started a long time ago for some reason. It's one of those, it's a very common tool that doesn't ring true at all in real life, I feel like. So like I don't know like how it like got off the ground.
Right. I think,
and it's so popular. It's so prevalent.
It is very prevalent. For some people, I think it rings true. It obviously it happens, but I just feel like it should be presented more as an obstacle. Like, oh, this is my close friend that I have developed feelings for, and that's really complicated because we have so much history, rather than, well, we have so much history, so of course we're in love. I just feel like a different take on the story makes more sense for me.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Just a different angle, a different approach to this would be better for you. And that's just never the angle that gets that gets taken.
Not in Genshin, at least.
Not in Genshin, not in anime. That's just how it is. But they've yeah, I really liked the Clorinde Navia ship. I mean, I like it a lot now still after that. It's not like the story quest hurt it, but I did kind of enjoyed it a lot without the childhood friend thing. And now that's just an extra, you know, thing that's there, and that's fine. But like I liked it the most before that was, you know, like part of it, I guess.
I don't hate that it's there, but I feel like for Navia specifically, so much of her story has been about her past, and they're positioning her as a character that is like ready to move forward into a new future. So hearkening back to we were best friends when we were kids feels a little bit odd to me. Like, I get it, but if you're positioning the character as like, it's time for your era, it's time for things to change.
Which was totally the case before this. Like her forgiving Clorinde for killing her dad in the most soap opera, you know, thing. Like,
yeah, Navia is the soap
that's
opera
cool.
character.
That's very move on, you know, we're starting something new kind of situation, and that was cool.
Navia like, Story Quest Part 2. Oh my god, she has an evil twin.
That'd be awesome, dude. I'd love evil Navia.
It would be great. I mean, they've positioned her as a very soapy character, so if they leaned into the fun parts of that, I'd be really in. I don't know.
She is so dramatic, dude. It's crazy. I mean, Navia is great, dude. I don't know what the voice line account is, but I'm pretty sure that she's #1 on like NPCs for the Archon quests, and
That wouldn't surprise me.
I love it, dude. I love that she got the spotlight for all of the Fontaine Archon quests.
She did, and
She really
I'm
was
so
like
happy with that.
Yeah, it was great. It was good.
Okay, so related question then. If you had to name the like main character, main NPC character of each region, who is it other than the Archon? Like you can't say Rex is Liyue. You know.
I see what you're saying. Is it like super off base to say I want to say Dia for Sumeru, but like Dia really did have a lot of screen time.
Dia got a lot of screen time in Sumeru, yeah. Dia
and she got a lot of crazy moments.
Yeah,
so,
Dia was huge because she was with us in that Groundhog Day thing.
She was.
It's like Dia and Dooney, I would say, are probably as a pair the main characters of that quest.
Yeah, they're there for a lot. They're there for a lot of the main points, dude. And it's like, because I mean, I'm thinking like there's the whole Aru Village gang. So like everyone who was at the hut with us making the plan, like the main character has to be one of them. And it's like, I'd say Alhaitham. I mean, who all is there? It's like Alhaitham, Sino, Tainari's around, but I don't think he was actually. I don't think he made it to Aru Village. He wasn't one of the ones like scheming with us.
I don't think he did.
It was
scheme.
Candace, which definitely couldn't be Candace. She didn't actually get that much time. So no. Like Candace, Dia, Alhaitham, Sino.
Right. I think emotionally,
and then like Mahita.
Kale is up there because our character kind of keeps her. Even when she's not on screen, like our Lumine and Paimon are discussing Kale or referencing
she's
back to
on the
Kale
top
a lot.
of our mind. Yeah, we think about her.
And she's mirrored in Dunerazad, so she's got a presence in the story that I think you could say that she is one of the main. If not the main
she was
character.
Also in literally every single event that came out for 3.0. So like she didn't miss a beat. Yeah, so I don't know. I would say Dia. It's either Dia or Alhaitham, I guess. And Dia is the one that she got to do a lot in Sumeru. I'm thinking about the scene where she's like, I'm not lying. Like, if I'm lying, you can cut my arm off, or what? Like, what's the?
I don't know.
She definitely threatened to cut her arm off on Alhaitham's word, and I can't remember exactly the circumstances, but she was talking to some Aramite guy. It was just like metal as fuck.
Yeah, no, she's definitely center stage throughout the Sumeru Archon quest for sure.
I guess Ningguang would be for Liyue, like the main character, right?
Yeah, Ningguang makes a lot of sense as the main character for Liyue. We're spending
Shinhe
a lot of time
was
with her. Shinhe is present, but I don't think nearly as present as Ningguang.
Yeah, I was gonna say she didn't get a ton of like time, but she is like she's like, I don't know, the Hulk or something. Like, she's our secret weapon. Like, Ningguang sent us to go get on Shinhe's good side so Shinhe can help us beat the dragon, and that happens,
The Hulk is the perfect comparison because she's like literally restraining herself. If she feels too many emotions, she'll go berserk. Like,
yeah, dude.
She's the Hulk, yeah.
And that's what we want her. We want her there at the fight, and then like we get hurt, and she's like, "Oh no, you didn't, dragon!" And she does her thing. She pops off. So she's kind of like the I don't know. I guess the Lancer or something of that storyline. She's a powerful character, but she's not exactly the main character.
Yeah, I wouldn't say she's the main character, but Shinhe is kind of the MacGuffin of that story.
Yeah, she's our secret weapon, dude. She's the Hulk.
I'm trying to think of Inazuma. I feel like Toma is present, Kazuha is present, Kokomi is present.
I mean, it's got to be Ayaka is the main character for that one, though. Like, we go on like multiple dates
That's
with
true.
her,
We have like,
in the
I
main
forget
story.
that those are part of the Archon quests. They feel like story quest beats.
I think that it doesn't help that her story quest was also required. Like,
which
I think we did do Ayaka's story quest. It was a required quest for the Archon.
But if it's required for the Archon quest, then doesn't that tell you what you need to know?
I guess. Yeah.
Which thing
She's
is
the main character, dude.
Which thing is her wet socks dance in?
Yeah, I don't know. I think that's. I don't know if that's the main.
I think it's in the Archon quest.
We had to do it. Everyone had to do it.
I think it's in the Archon quest because her story quest
not.
is that we take her to that festival.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, isn't it?
Well, is it after that that?
I don't.
We're taking her home from one of the dates we went on, and we're walking through that forest, and that's whenever she does that dance. But I don't remember. We go on multiple dates, so dates I don't know. Yeah. I heckin' love Ayaka, dude. Jeez. It's funny, dude.
Well, you should love her. She's our wife or something.
She is our wife.
Although I like Ayaka Yoimiya as a ship. I think it's cute.
Yeah, I don't mind it. Especially after the film festival, I'm okay with it. I'll allow it.
I know you want Ayaka for yourself, but
true.
Do you really think Aether deserves her?
Definitely not. 100% not. The problem is I'm not a big Yoimiya fan, but she's okay. Yoimiya is okay,
But I'm a little bit more of a fan after that film festival, and I didn't hate her in the Arataki rock and roll whatever thingy.
Yeah, well, I mean, she had like 3 lines, just like everyone. So
yes, which I like because my normal problem with Yoimiya is that she's a yapper.
She yaps about how quirky and random she is. I think too many characters in Mondstadt have main character syndrome. They just all think that they're the main character. Fucking Diluc and Kaya. And Kaya probably is the main character, and that's the most frustrating thing ever.
Unfortunately, I think that Diluc is probably the answer in Mondstadt.
It could be, I mean, it could be Jean, kind of in the same vein as like Ningguang. Like Jean is kind of she is around a lot and she is in charge of everything. But you're right, we do like conspire with Diluc a lot in Mondstadt.
I feel like there's a role in the story where it's like the administrator, that's like it's Yae Miko, it's Ningguang, it's Jean, it's Alhaitham. But then there's also like the character that's supposed to be the heart of the story with us. And in Mondstadt, part of why I don't like the Mondstadt Archon stuff is I think that character is Diluc.
It's unfortunate. I mean, Amber's around. Amber is a pretty main character.
That's true. Amber is very present. We should all be forever grateful to Amber because that's where we got our glider from.
True, dude. We don't think about Amber enough, dude. Like, she's not around, dude. She hasn't been,
the story doesn't think about Amber enough.
She was in that, there was a cooking event a while ago, and she was in that.
Yeah, I love that.
And that was fine.
Event.
That was cool. Yeah. She was there with Eula.
And Eula was dogging on her
Amber
for being
ship
too young
is
kind
of... Yeah, well...
Oh, whoops. Well, you were going to say...
We hate that.
You were going to talk about the ship. Oops.
Yeah, oops.
I think there's nothing there because Eula's dogging on her for not being able to drink.
Yeah, that's definitely how it goes. I was just saying that ship is kind of... I've been seeing a lot more of it recently, and I don't really know what the culprit is. Like, I don't know why.
I don't know why it's got a resurgence. Like, I know the origin point is that tango, and yeah, I agree. Based on the tango alone, I would like to like that ship. It's just that Eula seems to me to be like 30, and Amber seems to be like 18.
Yeah, well, that's one of the less problematic shipping age differences. Anyway, that's is that all the regions? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to forget any.
No, we
anybody.
started with Fontaine. We did Liyue, Mondstadt, Inazuma, Sumeru. We're good.
I guess I want to talk about how like Raiden doesn't really feel like that much of a main character in Inazuma. I feel like it's like I don't know how much I mean this. I'm kind of thinking out loud here, but I'm just thinking about how like Nahida is definitely the main character of Sumeru, and then like Zhongli is definitely the main character of Liyue. Like we do spend a lot of time with them, and like they're really important to the story and stuff. And even Venti is really important in Mondstadt. So I mean, you know, he's the one telling us what to do to help Dvalin or whatever.
Right. Raiden is the only one that's positioned as our antagonist, though.
Yeah. And then it's like we unlock her, like we beat her as the antagonist, and then we go on a couple dates, and then that's it. Like, you know, like that. There you go. It's done. She takes a quirky and random photo with us and tells us about how her sister died, and then that's just the end of it.
Yeah, I mean it's a problem that a lot of shonen, I think that's the right one, animes have.
It's a young boys one.
Yeah. I'm thinking specifically of like Dragon Ball Z, where you're positioned against this really powerful antagonist. They are kind of evil. They do some kind of unspeakable things. And then once you beat them, it's like, well, now they have no personality and they're just your friend. And they'll follow you around and help you fight. But they're not going to get a lot character-wise, you know, other than Vegeta, obviously. Don't at me. Vegeta gets a lot. But like any of the other convert characters, really just kind of become, I don't know, waifus, husbandos. They just kind of hang around.
No.
And I feel like Inazuma was the shonen Archon Quest.
That's probably not a very... that's probably an accurate description. I guess I want to take every opportunity to praise the Wanderer and his, like, you know, he's a convert character that was done very well, I think, and I like the way he is now. Yes. I think he's great.
He actually does get the Vegeta treatment, which we like. If we're not careful, he's going to become Piccolo, which I would also love. Oh, Piccolo's my favorite Dragon Ball Z character. I know I'm out of your depth, so we can move away from the Dragon Ball comparison. But
I just know Piccolo has green skin and pink muscles, and that is really something.
And he's the father to Goku's children because Goku's a bad parent.
Ah, okay. That's great. Or not. I don't know. Maybe
we love Pickles. Pickles.
Okay,
Pickles
that's great.
Rules.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. So a little bit more character arc, and the Wanderer might be picking up the Fatui orphans and taking care of them in a meaningful way.
Dude, I love the Fatui. Every time I think about the Fatui orphans, now I love that Zhangling was on the Fatui banner, and now I think about how Zhangling is a secret Fatui member all the time, and it's great.
And as earlier established, like the only character in all of Genshin who has a present tense good relationship with their parents.
Yeah, dude. She gets home and she gets to tell her dad about her day where she went and did terrorism with her Fatui friends.
Yeah.
And he's very supportive.
He's supportive, and he's like, "Did you introduce them to that extra spicy chili sauce that we developed last week? How did they like it?"
People forget Fermine does not like spicy food. And I mean, maybe there's lore there with Fermine and Jingling. I don't know.
Maybe she's trying to convert him. Maybe she's working on a not too hot sauce for him.
Right. Potentially.
I feel like that's the kindest chef thing to do is to make a modified version of something for somebody.
Right. And she would for Fermine. Anyone would do anything for Fermine. I would do anything for Fermine.
Yeah, I would too.
All right. Now, I want to talk about something that seems to elude us. I don't know. I don't know why we never really talk about Star Rail, but I want to talk about Star Rail today because Robin has come out, your kind of favorite character, and
yes.
Firefly is coming out, everyone else's favorite character apparently. And
yes, Firefly, a character I feel really complicated about, because before Firefly and Sam were the same character, I was all in on Firefly. I was saving my Jade so hard, and now that they're the same character, I don't want her anymore. It's all misses from here out.
Well, you've got all those Jades saved up for Jade, the new character that can steal your heart. You're just really not into Firefly anymore. I thought it was, I don't know if this is just a coping mechanism for you. I don't know, how much you want to dive into this, because like I feel like you liked her. It's just that now Robin has kind of taken the sweet girl like spot in your heart. And it's like you would like Firefly. Like if Robin never came, you would still have room for Firefly in your heart. But now it's like
maybe I feel like Firefly has taken this turn. It's like it's two turns at once, where she's gone extra hard into waifu mode as Firefly. They're like really pushing Firefly and Callus are a couple, and you should like them and you should love them. And then they're also pushing the Sam thing, which is mech, and I really hate mechs. I hate mech animes. I hate mech video games. I just don't, it's just not for me. And so they're taking a character that I really enjoyed when I thought she might be just herself, just like a Harmony support character, just like happy and fun. And they're going like, well, she's happy and fun, but in service to her huge crush on you. And then she also like is a super weapon of massive destruction, and as Sam will say things that don't make sense to anything that she says outside of the Sam suit. It just like almost feels like they weren't supposed to be the same character, and then they just kind of smushed them together. I don't know.
She is quite, I agree that I don't get from Firefly the person, like I don't understand why it's like the Sam stuff doesn't bleed into her personality as much as I think it should. Like she cry, I'm exaggerating a little bit, but I mean like she says things like, "Oh, all I know how to do is kill," as this sweet little anime girl, and it's like, what do you mean? Like that's just not the way she behaves. She never makes a decision that is, what a person who only knows how to kill would make. She never makes that decision. I get that, like,
right.
Especially her 6-minute short came out a couple days ago, so we've seen that, and it's like, yeah, I get that, like, she's kind of like a soldier, but obviously her like training didn't exactly like actually. I don't know. She doesn't believe it, like she's not a killer, so I don't know. And
Right.
then whenever she swaps into Sam, she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna set the seas ablaze and fucking kill everyone on the planet." You know, like, what do you mean? Like, hold on a second. Like, what?
Right. And even in her short, when we're supposed to see her in the Sam suit doing the war stuff, we don't see her do anything.
She's upset about it. Like, she didn't. It's not like she liked the Sam. Like, she didn't like being in battle. She's not a. She wasn't actually that much of a fanatic. She's a fanatic. Like, I guess she kind of, you know, was there for the Empress or whatever. But it's not like she wasn't there like, I don't know, a D&D barbarian, like, I love blood and war, you know, this is the best ever. It's like sad music was playing and her friends were dying.
We didn't see her like really fight.
Yeah.
We saw her be upset that her friends were dying, and yeah, she pushed the button that nuked the planet or whatever, but only because her friend gave it to her and told her to do it.
It's like, it's kind of it's a have your cake and eat it too situation where like is she like a ruthless warrior or not? You know, and I'd say the answer is clearly not. She's crying, and you know, like she's not really there for it. She's not there for the death and destruction.
Right. And if the turn on her character was like, as part of the script, she was being like extra sweet and fluffy and getting your sympathy, but actually she really is a killer, and actually she really she really has some big issues. Actually, she doesn't have any self-control. Mm-hmm. I think I would like that character a lot more than what they're doing, where it's kind of both things. She's sweet and cute and she loves you and she'd never hurt you, and she gets to wear the suit and say cool things that she'll never follow up on.
Yeah, I agree. It's just kind of a miss. I agree. I would like her. I'm not super against the mechs. It's interesting. You're against the mechs, but like I thought you would have liked her a little bit just because she's kind of got a magic girl transformation, and that's kind of your thing. But
she's got a magic girl transformation, but then it's just like suit on, suit off.
Yeah, it is just suit on, suit off.
As a Sailor Moon enjoyer, it doesn't give me the magic girl transformation that I want.
It's definitely not a magic girl transformation. It's that's a meme. I'd say Jingliu has more of a magic girl transformation. she pulls out her giant ice sword, you know. That's
it's closer. Maybe we'll eventually actually get that. Star Rail could accomplish it.
They definitely could. We could get a magic girl. And we
could get an alt animation that is a magic girl transformation, and then it like buffs the whole team at the end or something. That would be sick.
Yeah, dude, that'd be cool. And I think that like their character design philosophy kind of lends to it. Like they really like using like states like Jingliu, where like you use your ability twice and then you transform into, you know, Jingliu Prime. Or, you know, Robin, you know, where she's in her ult state for a couple turns or whatever.
Yeah,
or, I mean...
Don Hung Il, yeah.
Sam, even, you know, the Firefly herself for right now is like that, where you use her ability a couple times and then she's in an ult state. And it's like that, turning into an ult state, clearly there's an opportunity there for magic girl transformations.
Yes. We need to find a female follower of Adrilla, because I feel like that's where that's going to come from.
Oh, we love Adrilla here, dude. I just can't wait. And there's a couple factions of Adrilla. I love Argenti. Argenti is amazing, incredible, luscious, beautiful.
Luscious.
We love Argenti. And yeah, I think that there's room there for magic girls. I don't know.
Definitely. There's room in the Star Rail universe for magic girls, and I need it. Magic girls and magic boys. I'll take both.
I wonder what the faction of Adrilla followers. So Argenti is of the faction that believes that Adrilla is still alive. There are the other faction is Adrilla followers who are like realists and know she's dead. I doubt that the ones who know she's dead are the magic girl types. I bet that they're a little bit edgier than
What
Argenti, but
what if there's Adrilla followers who know she's dead and seek to become the next most beautiful?
maybe. I don't know.
That could be magic girls.
The next most beautiful.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's like heretical or what, you know? Like I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, if Adrilla is dead,
Yeah.
does not the universe deserve?
Like
There are people trying to ascend to Aeonhood.
there are, dude. And it's like once the hottest person in the world dies, the second hottest person becomes the hottest person. So like, you know, like Adrilla's
Right.
dead, so like whoever was the second most beautiful thing in the universe has to now, you know, logically speaking, now they're the most beautiful thing in the universe. So it's like, you know, where are they? Who are they? Is it not Argenti himself? I don't know.
It might be. Argenti's pretty lit. I don't know.
So in Star Rail, who is your favorite character these days, you think?
Constance.
Okay, yeah. Constance is coming out, that's true. I mean,
Constance is my favorite
Constance
character
or
based on what
Jade?
I've seen, but they could always ruin it. Yeah, I like Jade. I like Robin a lot. I like baseball bat Stell. That just does something.
You just
for
won't
me.
drop the baseball
Stell.
baseball bat Stell.
Stell is so tall.
She is.
They made Stell and Callus the same height, which is the tall model. She is so tall and she's so pretty and she swings the baseball bat. I wish they didn't make her personality just like so garbage in the choices that we're allowed to make, but baseball bat Stell really does something to me, for me.
I love that for you. I'm glad. Nothing like a
Fantilia slap.
Fantilia does slap. All right. Okay, so I mean, like, what about like Kafka? Kafka's there.
Kafka's great. I like Kafka a lot.
Okay.
The problem is I play Genshin with my heart.
Mm-hmm.
I play Star Rail mostly with something else. So when I'm playing Star Rail with my heart, it is Kafka, it's Argenti, it's Robin. But when I'm playing it normally, it's Jade, it's Constance, it's Fantilia. I have a type. Leave me alone.
Okay, so you're eagerly awaiting Jade, and then maybe one day Constance will come out.
Yeah, I started playing the game when that
Right.
when that trailer dropped, the Annihilation Gang trailer dropped because of Constance. So I'm really worried that I'm going to become like a Senora main, you know?
Right. Which I mean, I'd say you're in danger. You know, I'd say
I'm
the
in
danger
so
is,
much
is there,
danger.
like, because it's not looking good. Because none of those guys have come out. So
Not a one.
and they teased a lot.
But
of
we
them.
know Constance is alive.
Yeah, they're all alive. They just dispersed after Acheron got the Duke. So they're all
Right.
out there.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of Duke Inferno heads out there that are really upset.
Yeah. I'm not exactly a Duke Inferno enjoyer, but like I feel like I would have liked having a character in the game like Duke Inferno. Like I like ZZZ coming out with like their crazy ass models. They're all furries, but like in Star Rail, it could have been the Duke with a crazy ass model. You know, like the dude. You know, he does. You know, he's got
Right.
a flaming, you know, antlered head. You know, like that's cool, and it would have been a cool like player character to have. But
Yeah, it's a turn-based game. I feel like it's not that hard
yeah,
to give us some freaky,
like we've got Sam now.
some different like aliens.
Like you can't run around as Sam,
Yeah.
but you can be Sam
You know.
in the combat though. You know, like Sam is there on our team. You know, being 12 feet tall on our side of the thing. So yeah. My favorite characters are definitely Kafka and Argenti. I love them dearly.
They're great as characters with personalities. They probably both have maybe the most personality of anybody. Like I would say Adventurine, Dr. Ratio also have big personalities. I just don't like either of them.
True. Same.
But there are a lot of characters in Star Rail that are like all flash, no substance.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. That is kind of a... I think Star Rail suffers a lot from that. I see it a lot. I'm thinking about it a lot recently because of Wuthering Waves and how I think Wuthering Waves is that... like it's like that, but much worse than Star Rail has it. It makes me appreciate Star Rail a little bit. Or I don't know if it makes me appreciate Star Rail more or less. Like comparing Genshin to Star Rail, it's clear that Star Rail like doesn't care about story as much as Genshin. And then comparing Genshin and Wuwa, it's like you shouldn't do that. That's going to cause a problem. Like that's not a good thing to do. You shouldn't compare the two because you're just going to get hurt. And there's a bigger difference between Wuba and Genshin than Star Rail and Genshin. So like the Star Rail is closer to Genshin. It's just not as... there's just not as much substance there. Like you said, it's kind of a lot of flash, no substance. And they don't add to it, dude. Like they just don't have like voice acted events and stuff where characters are interacting with each other. That just like never happens. And I hate that. Like I really, really, really wish that they did events like that.
Yeah, we really need more of them. Like I know there are some story quests, and I'm gonna be honest and admit now I have not really done any of them. I did. I don't even know who's it. Part of my problem is I don't know whose story quest I'm doing when I pick one up.
I agree. I think that's a terrible way to do things. Like I think Genshin, like it's more gamey to be able to like just like see the character portrait and then go start that quest. But it's so much better because like I'm not gonna go just start every purple quest in my quest log and see which character it is. Like I'm not gonna do that. So
like I started one I thought was for Herta, and I think it's for Dr. Ratio, and then I started one I thought was for March 7th, and it seems like it's actually for Topaz. I don't know. I'm confused.
And it's confusing in that like other characters show up. So like, and I'm not saying that's a bad thing. Like I love Genshin story quests where other characters show up in the story quest, but like you start a quest in Star Rail and it's like Jing Liu's quest. I really like Jing Liu's quest or whatever. I want to play this, but it starts out like as Yan Qing's quest. So it's like like you wouldn't even know. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, it's deeply unclear, and I find that frustrating. I finished the Dr. Ratio one, but I haven't finished the one that I thought was for March because we're just like, I don't know, we're doing Bellabog politics right now, and that's not really what I signed up for.
I want to be with March, do something with her.
Yeah, I wanted to go to a festival with March 7th. That's all I wanted, and that ended really quickly. We didn't even get to do anything festive.
Yeah, dude, they just... I really just don't like the way they handle the story in that game. It's very upsetting to me. And I like the there was like an event a while ago, the Halloween event for 2023 was pretty cool. But even that event, my favorite event in Star Rail, where and like the characters we got to know were like Ho-Ho, Hanya, Zhui, and then Gwenaifen and Sushang. All those characters are great, and I love them because of that event. But that event sucked. Like I hated, like other than the story parts of it, like I just hate Star Rail's minigames. They expect you to play those things so much. You know, Genshin, it kind of sucks. You have to go and do these stupid minigames for like 15 minutes. And in Star Rail, you have to go do those stupid minigames for hours and to do combat. So it's like I really hate Star Rail events.
Yeah, I played that Halloween quest up to the point where you get the what are they called? Calyx, the flower that's there behind that quest for some reason. And then I haven't finished it.
That's like the intro of the quest. You're like on your way to...
No, you have to get through a lot of stuff to get there. Like tail is gone at the point you get to the flower.
Really? I didn't know it was that deep.
Yeah. You have to go pretty far. I mean, you can like run through it and go find it if you want, but if you do it in the order they present it to you,
I see.
You get to that flower. I at what I believe is about the midpoint.
I see. Yeah, I ran to that flower because I didn't do that Halloween event until it was almost over, and the events last like however many days, you know. But it's like I logged in. I wasn't playing much Star Rail then. I logged in to get Argenti, and Argenti needed there's the boss from that zone, so that I just went and did it as much as I needed to get the boss. And Hanya also needed the same boss, and I like Hanya a lot. We like Hanya here, but
we like Hanya. I don't really know anything about Hanya except that we like her, but you know that's enough for me right now. Yeah, Sleepy Shinna.
She's sisters with Zhuyi, and
yeah, I know because I exclusively call Zhuyi Hanya's sister.
Okay. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Well.
I was trying to come up with a team the other day for my Jade to play on, and I was talking to Lawson, my partner, and he he like asked if I had Zhuyi, and I was like, "Who is that? Is that the gambler?"
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. I felt silly. It's Hanya's sister. I don't know her name usually.
No. That reminds me that I really like the gambler QQ. But yeah.
That's just because you love gambling.
I just love gambling. She's cool though. I mean, I like her. I think her personality is fun, and I like her with
her personality is that she likes gambling.
Exactly. Yeah, she likes gambling, and she like is a bad influence.
You have so much in common.
She like encourages her friends to go gamble with her. Yeah, exactly. Like I identify with QQ, and she's not a simp for Fuxuan, but I am, and I can project that onto her, so it's fun. We like that. I guess Fuxuan is also, like, Fufu is also one of my favorite characters. I like a lot of the characters.
I really like Fufu.
They're all cool, you know, like, I think that a lot of the characters are very cool on the outside, and then they just, like, don't have anything on the inside, you know, like Fufu just doesn't get much, you know. She's in the main quests,
right?
But you know, we don't get a lot from her.
Right. She fully won me over in a piece of optional dialogue in the main quest. When there's like poison gas in the air or whatever. And when you talk to her originally, she's being very brave about it. But then if you talk to her again, she's like holding her breath and she's really nervous.
Yeah, and she's like, what, you know, what? I'm afraid to die. Look the other way, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, that won me over. It was just like so human.
Yeah. It was great.
I liked it.
I liked it a lot too. I think you're right, and that like that sort of like little personality thing is like that's what I want. I need more of that from Star Rail. They just like don't give enough.
Yeah, drips and drabs, little hints.
Yeah.
I really need a lot more.
There's Yukong, dude.
Some characters get a lot, like Argenti, but other characters don't.
Yeah, Argenti gets a fair amount. I mean, he's got a quest that I don't know. I don't know if you had to do it for the Archon quests or not. But
I've never played it.
You never played it? Okay, so you didn't have to do it. I did it.
No. But even without having that context, Argenti gets a lot of characterization in the story where he appears, which I guess is just it's only in Penacony.
Yeah. Yeah, and I guess he shows back up in Penacony. Lawson tells me, at least. I haven't gotten there the story yet, but you know, that's
right. Well, I knew you already knew that.
Yeah. So he's around. I'm glad to see that he's coming back. But like it's annoying that you have to wait.
Hopefully it's voice acted by now.
Yeah, hopefully. I hope so. I hate that you have to wait until they show back up in the main quest to get a character again. So like you know, when are we gonna get Serval again? You know, like probably like never. You know, like whereas in like Genshin, Serval would show up in a event.
In events.
Yeah, it's like I just don't get it. I don't get why they don't do events. I don't know if they weren't popular, because they did it a little bit. You know, they had a couple events early on, like that Halloween event where there's a lot of voice acted stuff between characters, but they just like completely stopped for Penacony. And I don't know why. Like I don't know if they're gonna come back, or if they just didn't do well. People didn't like them. I feel like that can't be it.
Well, it seems like they were really invested in presenting the story of Penacony quickly, like one after another after another. And so I feel like it probably was their agenda to get all of Penacony out and done, because the player base was really responding to that. And then now next patch we're going to have that sword festival that I would be shocked if it's not voice acted, where they're dropping all those characters, and March is getting that new outfit. I think they like had a plan. It's just in an order that I kind of disagree with.
Yeah.
But you know, I could be wrong. They could drop that huge event with no voice acting, and then I'll be back on the pod talking about how Star Rail is the worst Hoyoverse game.
Absolutely, dude. That'd be so dumb. I mean, there's new characters involved. It's gotta get voice acted.
There's a huge slate of new characters involved. Yeah. I feel like if they don't introduce them with voice actors, they are not interested in making a good game.
I can't wait for Jade to come out, dude. I'm with you, dude. Jade, I'm so excited for her. I love Jade. This is gonna be great.
I love Jade. Dude.
Jade's a popular lady around here.
Jade is so hot.
I can't wait. That's just, I don't know what else to like be excited about for Star Rail. You know, there's like some characters coming out. It's like I don't really care about going to the next. I think all these characters that they've hinted at that are coming out, the chick with the big sword and the fire nihility fox boy, I think are coming from.
Right. Oh, he's a chef.
Is he a chef?
I've
wonderful.
I believe so. If I have his silhouette and his character lined up correctly, he's going to be a chef. So I might finally, my little by heart in Star Rail might have a male character to like.
Other than Argenti.
I mean, it is a hurdle for me that he's a fox boy, but
I understand.
We might be able to get past it.
I understand the hurdles, dude. These stupid fucking fox people out here making it hard.
But he does have pink hair, and you know, pink-haired bitches out here to break my heart.
Yep. Yeah, we love pink hair around here, which Jade also has pink hair. And
she does.
Yeah, I'm excited for the fox boy.
Dude, I'm gonna dye my hair pink.
Yeah, that's just you've discovered this about yourself. You're a pink-haired person.
Yeah, I'm really thinking about it, because every character that I fall in love with is pink-haired.
They also cause problems for you sometimes, though. So it's like it's a double-edged sword.
But if I could be the problematic bitch with pink hair, I think that would make me happier.
Okay, yeah, that would turn it into other people's problems.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm liking the look of the Nihility Fox chef boy. I think that'd be cool, and I am especially interested in Nihility characters coming out because of Kafka. I need more dot characters to go with my beloved.
Yeah, I need another dot character to go on that team when I give Robin to Jade, you know?
Yeah, I don't really know.
I guess I could put Gwen Ifen back on that team.
Yeah. You need some harmony characters. You pulled on.
Well, I know I don't have any that I like.
You got Fufu recently. That's not a harmony character.
I got Fufu. I'm thinking of putting Fufu, Jade, and Robin together, and then another like a sub DPS.
Yeah, that'd be a great team. And I agree with Lawson. Zhui would probably be a pretty good character to put there. I'm thinking about your Kafka team though.
I need someone who's purple.
Well,
because everybody else is purple.
Rune Mei is not purple
on that team,
but she works really well with Kafka and Black Swan.
I don't want
it. You just don't want Rune Mei, and that.
Well, for Kafka Black Swan, it doesn't have to be purple. It's the Jade team needs somebody purple.
I see. Okay.
But I don't like Rune Mei. I'm not gonna pull for her. I know she's the meta, but I don't care.
That's so tragic. I know she's the meta too, but I love her. I love Rune Mei. And the Firefly mains can't stop me. That's Rune Mei's great.
I'm happy that you like her, you know, because I know that if you didn't like her, you wouldn't care about the meta either. And then you would be in the same boat as me, which is never having the right team comp because you need Rune Mei.
Yeah, it's tragic. I love Sparkle
tragic,
too,
but
dude.
it's worth it.
I love Sparkle. I love Rune Mei. I love so many. I love a lot of the characters, just like on the outside, I guess. I love all these characters. I just wish there was more to them, dude. Sparkle's incredible. I love Sparkle.
Yeah.
Sparkle's great.
I would pull Sparkle on rerun. I definitely would. I like her a lot.
She's fantastic. But she doesn't, like, she's not super
Goblin.
meta for, especially for the characters you like. Like, she has no place on a Kafka team. And you know, Robin is, she would work well on the same teams like Robin works well on. So, you know,
I know. Well, which is why I didn't pull her in the first place, because she doesn't function. I don't functionally need her. I just think she's a lot of fun.
She's just so fun. I love Sparkle. She's great. I need to remember to properly simp for Sparkle in the future, because it's like a
right. But if I got Sparkle, I could maybe run my Himiko Herta team, because they're both just so high. Every team that I make with both of them uses way too many skill points, and I just can't run them together.
They're cool. Yeah, Herta. I mean, both Herta and Himiko work really well with Jade. By the way, like you don't have to level up your Shui.
Herta's purple, so I could put her with Jade and have purple. Yeah, okay. It's settled. It's solved.
Perfect.
My motivations are wrong. I'm looking for a purple character, but I'm really happy with that. I love Herta.
Yeah, Herta's great. I'm glad you like Herta. And I'm glad Jade works really well with Herta. So that's dope. That'll be dope. I'm waiting. I like the cello boy, dude. You're waiting for Constance. I'm waiting for Constance too. I like Constance, but I also want the cello boy from the Annihilation Gang. I'm kind of sad that he hasn't shown up at all. But I mean, none of them have. I don't know where they are.
None of them have. I've got a hunch that because Constance was supposed to be Penacony, she'll be the last Annihilation Gang character that we actually get, and you'll get yours. Maybe next. You'll get yours faster.
Maybe. I bet you're right. I don't know if I agree.
I bet they release in the order they appear in that trailer.
Maybe. Yeah. I don't know. I wonder where that puppet girl is gonna fall there, because it's like, I don't know if she's gonna be a fan favorite or not. I don't know. I suspect, I mean, they're all going to be kind of good. They kind of all have a lot of really good, like, personality, not personality, but like their aesthetics are very personality filled. You know, like we've got Constance.
They have characterization.
Yeah, with the cello, the ball and chain girl, and the puppet girl. Like that's there's a lot going on there that I think people are gonna like. So I don't even know which one is going to be like the fan favorite.
I also love a character who's like not well hinged. It appeals to me.
Yeah. We love unhinged people, not well hinged people. I don't know. I'm thinking about Hanajima from Fruits Basket for some reason. Like, she's kind of, I'd say it's not that she's unhinged. I'd say the perfect way to describe her is that she's not very well hinged. Like, that's the...
She's not well hinged, yeah.
Yeah. And I suspect that the puppet girl kind of gives me those vibes. So maybe I don't know. Anyway. What are there any ships from Star Rail that get you going that you like a lot? What's the what's your take on Star Rail ships?
I guess not terribly enthusiastic because I can't call any of them to mind other than me and Jaimiko. Just me, the person, not even Stell.
I guess.
There's like Ratio Adventurine.
Yeah, the rat.
I hate both of those characters. I think they deserve each other, so that's a perfect ship.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, it'd be like Zila and Branya, pretty popular.
Oh yeah, I mean that doesn't even feel like a ship. Those characters are married.
They're just a married couple. Yeah. Like Asta Arlen.
I don't like that one. I feel like Asta does not think of Arlen that way.
You're probably right.
I think that is that's a subordinate and his boss, and I think they both think of each other as boss and subordinate. Fondly, they're friends, but I don't think there's anything there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe not. I would say that those two definitely have the most ship baity quest ever. I don't know if it was like Arlen's story quest or Asta's story quest. I don't know what it is, but there's a quest where you follow Arlen around and you have to give him advice on complicated relationships, and it's like the whole time like Arlen's asking advice for a complicated relationship, and everyone thinks that he's talking about him and Asta in a romantic way, and he is talking about Asta. But it is like he's thinking like I have to stay, or it's not about Asta. It's about
Asta.
Herta.
It's dealing with difficult people and bosses who demand too much.
Yep.
And Asta is certain that she's demanded too much because she asks him to take care of Peppy, and it's Herta. It's that Herta is very demanding. I didn't find that quest to be ship baity, actually.
You didn't?
No. I mean, I see where you can see that, definitely, but the whole time I was like, yeah, it's complicated to be friends with your co-workers when there's a power dynamic, for sure. That is really hard, definitely.
True.
They just don't read. I don't know. It doesn't read romantic to me at all. And maybe that's a personal failing, but like I don't see it between.
I don't think it's a personal failing. I might criticize you for not being foolhardy enough to dive in and project like I do, but that's not your fault. That's
I think too, Arlen just reads really young to me, and that's probably part of the problem too.
I agree with you.
He seems to be like 14 years old.
Yeah. I don't know what Arlen is doing being the head of security or whatever the hell he is for Herta's space station. Like, what are you doing,
yeah,
kid?
I don't know. I always thought of him as like a Dookie Howser kind of character. Like,
yeah,
he's really, really well respected, and he has this high position for his age. Isn't he a little prodigy? He's like only fucking 15 years old, and he's the head of security on this space station.
Yeah, I'm not. That's Hoyoverse for you, though. We've got all these characters out here that. What age is he? I don't know. What age do you want him to be? Because we've got coding for all ages on every character, and that's just how it is. It's stupid. It's annoying.
It is annoying, but then they drop Payla's actually 16 or whatever.
Lawson will never recover.
If Payla is 16, Arlen is 14. I'm just that's the honest truth for me. Poor Lawson.
He really can't.
He liked Payla so much before that.
Yeah, he's not gonna get over it. That was a devastating blow. Well, I think that's all I really wanted to talk about today.
Okay.
Any final thoughts? What's going on here?
Let me see. Final thoughts. Um, I'm absolutely simping for Jade, which is exactly what Jade wants from me. Played right into her hands, but I'm really excited for her to drop soon. And Vegeta and Piccolo are the only worthwhile characters in all of Dragon Ball Z. There is not another character that is worthwhile, that is enjoyable, that is realistic.
Realistic.
Bulma would be cool if she wasn't just played as a joke. So I don't know. Do with that what you will, internet.
Yeah, I'm with you. I like Jade, super hyped, and I liked Clorinde's story quest. I'm glad. It's weird. We were talking earlier about like I think that Clorinde, like we've gotten a ton of Clorinde, and it still hasn't been enough. Like I just want more Clorinde. I need to know more about her, and it's like she gets so much screen time, but she just doesn't, she doesn't open up a lot. She's very very stoic, like you said, and it's like I don't know. I want more from Clorinde all the time, and I'm happy with the quest.
Makes sense given her upbringing.
True. Yeah. So I love Clorinde. I'm glad she's here. I like playing Clorinde. I picked up a Clorinde. And yeah, I really like her. And I'm looking forward to, to the future with her and Navia and Farina, all of them being friends with Lenny. I think that's great. This was a good step in the right direction for me. It's crazy that Clorinde's story quest just had all of our favorite characters from Fontaine just in one little spot. Minus the rest of the orphans, but at least Lenny was there. All right, that'll do it.
All right, whose turn is it for sign off?
Oh, sweet dreams, babies. I'll do it.
Sweet dreams, babies. We'll both do it.
Okay, yeah.